Exploded now. Spurs are ready to do whatever it takes to sign one of the Premier League's biggest stars this January. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. According to a recent report from talkSPORT, Tottenham have been handed a major boost in their pursuit of Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo after learning that the Ghanaian forward's contract includes a confidential release clause. While the exact figure remains undisclosed, sources suggest that the clause could be activated by one of the Premier League's top clubs in the upcoming transfer window. This revelation has immediately placed Tottenham in a strong position as the North London side look to strengthen key areas of their squad ahead of a crucial second half of the season. Despite Bournemouth's reluctance to part ways with one of their most influential players, there is a growing sense of inevitability that Semenyo's time on the south coast may soon come to an end. His explosive pace, physicality and versatility across the attacking line have caught the attention of several elite English clubs. But it is Tottenham who appear best positioned to secure his signature. talkSPORT also confirmed that Semenyo previously held direct talks with Tottenham prior to committing to a new long-term contract at the Vitality Stadium earlier this year. Although he ultimately decided to extend his stay with Bournemouth, insiders claim that Tottenham's admiration for the player never faded, and with the existence of this newly revealed release clause, they now view him as a realistic and attainable target. Sources close to the situation have hinted that Thomas Frank, who has been proactive in shaping Tottenham's recruitment plans, recently met with the club's hierarchy to discuss their January transfer strategy. While much of the discussion reportedly centred around the need to reinforce the defence after several inconsistent performances this season, Frank is understood to view Semenyo as a priority target due to his relentless work rate, attacking directness, and proven Premier League experience. The 25-year-old winger has been one of Bournemouth's standout performers this season, impressing with his ability to stretch defences and deliver crucial goals in key moments. With Tottenham aiming to maintain their push for a top-4 finish and remain competitive in both domestic and European competitions, the need for additional firepower has become increasingly clear. Although Frank has urged the club to also focus on bolstering defensive depth, it is believed that Semenyo's dynamic profile fits perfectly into his long-term tactical vision for the side, particularly in counter-attacking scenarios and high-intensity transitions. Bournemouth, for their part, are said to be bracing for a wave of offers once the January window opens, while the South Coast club remain hopeful of keeping their star man until at least the end of the season. The reality of the modern transfer market and Semenyo's ambition to compete at the highest level make a departure appear almost inevitable. Tottenham's strong relationship with Bournemouth's board could also play a role in smoothing negotiations, though any move will ultimately depend on whether the confidential release clause is triggered. What is certain, however, is that Tottenham's interest is genuine and persistent, and as things stand, they are widely viewed as the frontrunners to land the Ghanaian international in what could become one of the headline moves of the January transfer window. Spurs are reportedly stepping up their efforts to land Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic, with growing belief in Italy that the Serbian forward could be on the move this January. According to Quotidiano Sportivo, despite Vlahovic's solid start to the season netting 4 goals for the Bianconeri, his future in Turin is becoming increasingly uncertain. The 25-year-old has yet to agree to a new contract with Juventus, and with his current deal set to expire next summer, his agent is now actively exploring potential destinations. Juventus, who are unwilling to risk losing him for free, are understood to be open to selling him in the upcoming transfer window if a suitable offer arrives. Quotidiano Sportivo reports that both Tottenham and Chelsea have already made initial inquiries about the player's situation. The North London club in particular are believed to be seriously considering Vlahovic as a key target to strengthen their attack for the second half of the campaign. The report highlights that Tottenham could pursue Vlahovic as a long-term replacement for Randal Kolo Muani, who joined Spurs on loan last summer. The French forward's deal does not include a permanent option, and with PSG expected to recall him at the end of the season, manager Thomas Frank and the Tottenham hierarchy are already looking at alternatives. Vlahovic, a proven goalscorer with both physical strength and clinical finishing ability, fits the profile Tottenham are looking for. His performances in Serie A since joining Juventus from Fiorentina in 2022 have earned him recognition as one of Europe's most talented strikers, and Spurs see him as a player capable of leading their front line for years to come. Juventus, meanwhile, are facing financial pressure and may be forced to sell one of their key assets to balance the books. Although the Italian giants would prefer to keep Vlahovic, his contract impasse and high-wage demands are becoming problematic. Sources close to the club have suggested that his salary expectations are beyond what Juventus are willing to pay, especially given their ongoing cost-cutting measures. However, these financial demands are not expected to be an issue for Tottenham, who remain in a strong position to make an offer. The Premier League club's ownership group has reportedly authorised significant funds for the January transfer window, and a marquee signing like Vlahovic would demonstrate their intent to compete at the highest level domestically and in Europe. As January approaches, all eyes will be on North London to see whether Spurs make their move. If they decide to press ahead with an official bid, Juventus could be tempted to cash in rather than risk losing one of their most valuable players for nothing in 6 months' time. Vlahovic's future now hangs in the balance, but one thing is clear. Tottenham are ready to act decisively if the opportunity arises. FC Porto's 2006-born Danish midfielder Victor Froholt is now on the radar of 4 major European clubs. Tottenham, Arsenal and Brighton are all closely monitoring the youngster's recent performances. The Boy Hotspur's Substack understands that Tottenham Hotspur have shown strong interest in Froholt dating back to June 2025, when they were among clubs like Eintracht Frankfurt and Bayer Leverkusen pursuing him from Copenhagen. However, a potential move to Frankfurt fell through and Porto secured his signature instead. Tottenham are impressed by Froholt's box-to-box style and believe he has the engine to thrive in the Premier League. The club is preparing to make official contact in January. No deal is imminent, but Froholt's impressive early season form at Porto has intensified. Meanwhile, Spanish giants Atletico Madrid admire his physicality and ball-winning ability, seeing him as a good fit for La Liga's intensity. They've been tracking his development at Porto for months. Porto are open to serious offers in January. The club hopes to generate around £45 million from Froholt's sale. While the coaching staff appreciate his progress, they're willing to part ways for the right fee. No deal is imminent, but Froholt's impressive early season form at Porto has intensified. With his strength, passing quality and football IQ, Froholt has caught the eye of Europe's elite. January could mark the start of a new chapter for the rising star. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!